impossible. You're at like 5 seconds. And
That's
like,
what
well,
I was, because I was
I don't
on
know.
comms.
People do this.
I was on comms for that. That's why I always joke. I was like, hey, I'm one of only 4 people who had to watch that match.
Yo, wait a second. Shoutouts to Jinx's hoodie.
Shout out? What is the shout out?
It's disconnect your pro controllers.
Based. Yeah, shout out LTE.
Let's go, LT.
This
All
is
right.
going to be brutal, I can tell.
Curb Blaster, Wolf against Zek's Greninja. Now, the Zek has been a performer at the GCU locals primarily these past several weeks.
I know he's been
doing strong there.
I heard he's been doing relatively well at other brackets, but I know at GCU he's like won, I believe, 3 now.
Yeah.
Though we haven't seen him win for a few weeks.
Slowly climbing up the ranks, using that young kid energy to go out to tournaments and start to farm.
Yeah.
Doing your thing when you have no responsibilities, as they say.
the Zek like waited for a solid like 2 seconds in front of Curb just charging that F smash and was like, oh, I have to move. Which unfortunately allowed Fusky to counter it. Nice, catching that Wolf Flash with a forward smash.
Yeah, I'd say that Curb Blaster is probably the most unknown quantity in this set, but it'll be interesting to see how they can perform with the Zek as well to try and put up a decent performance here. I mean, they did make it a winner's side top 8 against all their competition so far, so it's good to see that they got this far, but
that's what I usually do. I was like, I'm not as familiar with this player as I am with some others, but it's like, well, you made it this far, so I'm sure you're good.
Yeah, at least good in this team dynamic though. But
getting down smashed by his own opponent, and actually that was the last stock too. Having to share stock, which I actually don't. It's weird because that doesn't feel like the right play, but also what other play do you have where Fusky is still on full stocks?
It's lose-lose, right? Yeah. Fusky's been
surviving
for so long.
I feel like it's kind of like you just take the L of we're probably losing this anyways. We might as well not make it a 1v2, and now it's a 1v2 anyways. So just really getting caught up in that that very early, very strong lead by the blue team.
Yeah. That edgeguard scenario that Fusky just had against Curb Blaster, ooh, that should be Greninja dead, right? Yeah, it has to be.
They both went so deep for that. There was no world where he lived.
Yeah.
Because Jinx actually sent a soccer ball from across the stage, came all the way over to hit him into a back air, and then now he's just stuck down here. And Jinx can run across, and then you just have to deal with 2 people trying to spike you.
Yeah.
Or potentially just back air again.
The other funny edge guarding scenario I was seeing was Fusky getting hit by Wolf up B, but not the final hit. So he just did forward air out of hit stun and knocked Wolf down since he only got the first hit of the forward air. And Curb Blaster ended up losing their last stock there too. So a bunch of offstage cheese going on there in that first game, and really quick stocks lost from the Zek too, which I find it somewhat interesting because
it was kind of quick losses by both players.
Yeah.
But it just didn't help that the Zek ended up share stocking and then losing it again.
Yeah. I would think like Greninja would prefer to play the more like jumpy evasive route because at least of these 2 characters, Wolf has amazing mobility despite a character who like isn't super fast. He has some of the best air control in the entire game, so he can sort of play evasive, but the strong thing about Wolf is that he has such great control over every space in the game.
I was just say this character is top 5 for real.
Yeah, he's insanely good, so he can force a lot of really strong pressure, and Zek can use the evasion to his advantage.
Red team not taking the early lead this time, because I saw Jinx take a pretty meaty backer from Wolf, and now Fusky's down in stock as well.
Yeah, okay. It's looking pretty decent, at least at the start here for the second Curb Blaster. Starting off, putting a side B spike as well onto Jinx. Second stock away already off a Wii Fit. Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Stock out though on the Zeg. Deep breathing
close
upper.
enough to even for there to not really be a call for a lead here.
Yeah. Be anyone's game still. There's a couple more games to go at least.
Curb Blaster did just eat a pretty meaty falling forward air from the Zek though, which kept him in the ledge guarding scenario.
Okay. Fussy's down though. Seems the lead is starting to get cemented here. Header spike
Maybe
to
not.
interrupt an edge guard attempt, though.
It depends I say it depends on how Cure Blaster makes. Yeah, Cure Blaster does not make that back.
Went a little too far out there, a little greedy off of that for that edge guard attempt, and we'll see. I mean, it seems that based on how they're losing their stocks, is that red team is giving blue team a bit too many chances. I mean, they can get a lot off of their hits. Jinx and Fusky are strong players as well as just good teammates, so they get a lot of mileage when they get a hit in. So you just can't give these two the chance. Feels like red team has been getting like a little too ahead of themselves, really, in terms of trying to get stocks.
They were taking the early lead, but now this is just straight back to even.
Yeah,
and smashing his opponent. I mean, his teammate actually.
Yeah, landed right into it.
Because Fusky was holding Rebel's guard, so.
Yeah, the priority when you have like a, oh no, you just forward air enough, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's because Jinx was just holding in on Sun Salute there. So.
Yeah.
Sun salutations.
But in cases like that, when you have a lead.
Yeah.
You know, the focus isn't like, let's build this up, let's like take more stocks and then just result in you playing greedier. It's, let me hold my stocks.
Hold this lead,
and yeah. Hold the lead instead of further cement it. Unless there's reason to do the latter, which there hasn't been a reason to like focus on, let's take more now.
Yeah.
There should be a focus on like, let's just hold it. If you get a lead, let's just keep it up.
Scenarios to cement your lead will present themselves. You don't have to chase them that hard.
Yeah.
It's doubles.
Yeah. So, I mean, Cure Blaster trying to be a little aggressive here with at least starting combos, getting some damage started. Let's see how they can potentially take another game here and bring the Game 3 win, the all-important Game 3 in a best-of-5.
I was going to say, I was like, this is best of 5, yeah.
Town again, though. I'm a little interested in Jinx and Fusky deciding to go back to this stage as well. I think it's like pretty like really strong for Greninja. It's pretty good for Joker as well, but
I was thinking it's definitely Greninja's best stage, but I feel like it's kind of the best stage of a lot of characters on screen right now.
Yeah, like Joker does pretty well on this stage as well, but I'm of the thought that like if you lose on the stage, it's best to like have your mind there for another stage you could pick instead, because you know, the stage will always be a factor as to why you lost a game. It's not like it's a non-factor. So. Yeah.
It's a little different in doubles because you have two characters to consider, because in singles it's something, there's the factor where it's like if you're playing an FGC character and you lose on FD, you should go back to FD. It's still your best stage. Well, unless you plan on going Town or Kalos, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Because even then there are still counter picks you move to.
Okay. I mean, at least now we're seeing the case where the second Cure Blaster are being like a little more patient with holding their leads. Just, being as reserved as possible. Can't get too greedy. Focus on maintaining that advantage. Jinx trying to play for the hard reads, as he's much a fan of. Okay. Ooh, angling Wolf up, be down. Trying to play a little tricky there to catch Fusky slipping.
Yeah. There we go. Zek now just now losing his first stock. Because of that, red team does seem to be in the lead. However, it's not exactly too far from close. They just have to take this next off of Fusky, who is living at 135, dying at 150.
Okay, Cure Blaster is starting to do some pressure there on Jinx, at least from off stage, but is that potentially another stock to take? Nope. Resetting the advantage stage situation, DIing out off of that dash attack. It could have been like an unstill dash attack too, hitting and just clean killing Cure Blaster, but I imagine that the DI wasn't too great there either from Curve Blaster to lose that second stock. And again, it's on Zek to play a little more patient, abuse that high jump height of Greninja to play play around the opponent's hitboxes a lot.
That's what we're saying. He should be more evasive here because we were joking earlier about his set with Ethan 04. A lot of what allowed him to win that set in the camping scenario, like by camping, was being evasive by basically just full hopping.
Yeah.
Just because of Greninja's jump height being that good. I think it's second highest in the game.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the highest. Okay, I mean,
I said second, but I'm trying to think of who would be first if not him.
probably like ZSS or Falco, I would think.
That's
like
Falco.
top three.
It's Falco, yeah.
Yeah. So Zek losing second stock, but it's
I say it's a 1v2
that's
that's going to be very hard for Jinx to win there.
That forward air is omnipotent.
True. Greninja's, what's the word? Oh, how am I forgetting this?
I would think like at least like
his disjoints are crazy. That's what I was trying to say. I was like, forward air and F smash do a lot of work in scenarios like that.
It's very good. It's aside from it being so slow, it's like one of his most like spammy moves he can do.
Yeah.
Just like because it's -6, so you can just like toss it out. It's very good.
I say it's a little slow, but the like range is just long enough that there are certain spacings where you just can't punish it.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, I'm pretty sure down tilt forward air becomes true at a like relatively early percents for a lot of characters.
Yeah. Okay. Game 4 to Pokemon Stadium 2.
Blue taking a solid advantage state, but Red reversing it just as quickly, especially with Zek trying to go for this ledge guard.
Got to see what the decision making here for going to PS2 at least. Yeah, I think at that point, I definitely agree. I was talking about the stages last game. It's like, oh, it might not be good to stick around in the same stage for too long. And they were like, yeah, let's pick something else.
They were thinking that exactly.
Oh, reflect that soccer ball right back with the reflector and try and set it for something more. Arsene Deschanel, though, going to take a
now more similar to their first game where they're both down stock.
Okay. What's the setup looking like? Ooh, okay. Scenario for Jinx to be in a poor disadvantage situation.
Yep.
S-Smash to take out Fusty's first stock here.
And a backer to send Jinx off stage. Zek kind of scrambling in between priorities. I was like, you could have kept Jinx pinned down there, but decided to run Fusky instead.
Yeah, I guess that's one strategy doubles you can take is that, oh yeah, we were talking a while about, oh, who should be tanking stocks, right?
Yeah.
If you focus on one player who is like very down, like a stock or so down, if you keep ganging up on them, the one player who's tanking is going to be forced to lose their stocks because they're trying to help their teammate out.
Yeah.
You can sort of hang the other team by doing that as a strategy. Maybe that's one thing that Red Team is thinking about, but they're both on last stock right now. It's
now just the Zek and a 1v2 again. As we were saying earlier, 1v2 versus two people starting on their second stock is not a situation you ever want to face. And another forward air up smash.
Yeah,
they were really running back first game.
Yeah, forward air up smash set up again to take that fourth game, going to game number 5. Let's see, 5th game to move on to top 3 here.
Yep. Game 5. Going FD. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Oh yeah, let's go aim, aim, bro. Yo, he didn't.
So true. Greninja. I love the announcer.
Shoutouts to Xander.
I would say Xander Mobus, Joker's voice actor, ironically. My guy's playing Last Surprise on FD. Holy shit, he's going hard in the paint.
Yeah,
My God. He's just a boy.
his mind is racing right now.
Yeah.
I'm so good at this game.
I'm so good at this game. I do love playing friendlies with Fusky because he does pop up. He pops up in like a way that is funny. Because there's some people who pop up in friendlies in an annoying way. Fusky does it in a way that is funny.
Yeah. He's an entertainer, man.
True.
As much as he's trying to think in his head, he's trying to school him some kids right now. He's
I was
trying to take this last game.
That's what I said. I was like, Fusky, he's just a boy.
All right.
Curb Blaster behind his stock again. That's what I've been noticing is that it's actually Curb Blaster who loses his stocks early, and then the Zach loses his stocks trying to catch Curb Blaster up, kind of.
Yeah, he's trying to support Curb Blaster as much as possible, which results in these commitments that end up in Zek, unfortunately, getting like in a bit too risky positions and losing their stock because of it. Okay, Curb Blasters really gotta pull themselves through and support Zek as much as possible. Can't get too much like tunnel vision and be minded on how they convert their combos. They gotta look at their partner a little bit here.
Yeah. If the Zek can hold on to this stock, it might be possible for them to bring this back down to a last stock scenario, or even better yet, a 1v1.
Yeah. Just gotta be very patient. I don't think I enjoyed the idea of Curb like
He jumped on that up smash.
Yeah, and especially here, I don't think I'm a huge fan of Curb like taking the position of where, oh no, got a little lucky there with the.
I like he got that lucky with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying?
But Curb Blaster taking these positions where he's the closest one to ledge, like the closest one to force an interaction, where Curb Blaster is the one who is closest to losing their stock right now. So I think Zek has to take the initiative.
Curb Blaster has been like definitely trying to get back to that ledge all game, but people keep ledge trumping him because they're all over there.
Yeah, last stock of a Curb Blaster, and it looks like
there?
a 2v1 situation here again. It looks like the second Curb Blaster might be going down to the loser side here. Setting up again. Good setup there from Fusky.
That's the thing is that like Jinx is high percent here, but Fusky is still chilling, and then you have to deal with a whole other stock after that.
All right, yeah, they're just waiting themselves out, waiting for Zek to
Plus you have to deal
commit.
with our Ascend now. I was like, this is not out of the realm of possibility, but I'm not going to pretend this is in the Zek's favor right now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Full Hob can
Jump
only
too
do
much,
so
you get up smashed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last
The
game
Joker
going
matchup.
to Fusky and Jinx there to go to winners finals